What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new episode of Une Sports. It's the big 70, episode 70. And we're glad that we reached 70 episodes.
Man, that's a lot.
That's a lot, man. When you think about it, like, yo, like, bruh, like, but I'm happy. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, 70 is it's a lot. I didn't expect to have 70 episodes, but thank you, Mike. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for everyone, all our fans that are always listening to, all our friends also. Shout out to Bird, Jerry, Fabrice, Gaetan, and Sebastian. And am I missing anyone?
Probably.
Everyone, yeah, Dolph that's always comes in the show, and everyone that came in before, that participated in the show. And that we tweeted and shared. So we're very happy, and then we're glad it's a big 70. Always available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and YouTube. Yeah, man, Mike, what's going on?
Not much, Richie. I had a very long weekend. But we're here, man. Big 70, and clap it up. Like people listening to the audio, clap it up for Richie, brand new dad.
Oh yeah,
new dad. That's what's up.
Appreciate it.
Is it true? Like, is everything true about being a new dad? Are you not sleeping?
We're not sleeping. But the good thing about it, my mom is here, so she's giving us a major boost. Shout out to my mom.
That's what's up.
But it is because it's the food pattern.
Okay.
Baby gotta eat every 4 hours, so So he's gonna wake up mid like probably like midnight, 3 a.m., 6 a.m. So it kind of breaks your sleep pattern. So it's nice. It's nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's just up,
until he reaches a normal sleep pattern. But right now I ain't no sleeping. So on today's episode, we will, for the Big 70, we were just gonna have a couple games and a couple great topics. The first topics, me and Mike I'm gonna list all the rankings of the East and West, and each teams, we're just gonna give a 1-word description of what comes in our what was that, like,
mind,
in the mind, yeah. And we'll if there's nothing, we're just gonna say not applicable. Sorry. So that's what we're gonna do for the first topic. And the second topic, we're gonna come back with the same game that we had last episode. Most likely, less likely, or nothing, if you have nothing to say about it. So me and Mike is gonna have 5 of them, and I'm gonna have 5, and then it's gonna be fun. And then we will also touch base again on follow up on Rodrigo Goes. I saw a very it's not funny, but it's corny. Someone said Rodrigo Goes, where is he going? You didn't get it, right? His name is Rodrigo Goes.
Yeah.
Someone said, where the hell is he going? Like, he's been going somewhere. Like,
yo, the internet is stupid, man.
Twitter. Oh, not Twitter. Sorry, X. But we're gonna touch base on his current form, and yeah, that's about it. So we'll be back for the first topic. So yes, welcome back to episode 70 of Une Sports. Mike, before we get started with the topics today, I just wanted to ask you, we were discussing about manager mode, and I was telling me and Fabrice, we like the struggle. So we'll be taking like teams with a low budget and trying to build it up, and I don't know, like we probably get out of here, like and Mike is had a fun. He had like a very odd thing. He just said that he played a first leg with Inter Milan. He was the coach of Inter Milan in the round of 16. Then guess he was playing against Real Madrid. Guess who was the coach of Real Madrid in the second leg? Mike. That's the most like I will be I won't. You remember like Magic Johnson?
Yeah,
Like,
I won't be here.
I mean, who can say no to Real Madrid when they come calling?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And I was playing versus them, and they weren't playing Rodrigo or Vinicius as the starters. So I was like, nah, man, like we're not doing this.
You probably went behind the locker room and be like, I'll be coaching you guys the next couple weeks. So get your boots, like heat up
It's
the
like
boots.
the Tyreek Hill meme. Help is
Oh
on
yeah.
the way.
Um, what is one thing that stood out to you this week and something negative?
Something positive. I don't want to say I don't want to say enamored because I mean I don't really know the guy like that, so I don't want to say I like him like that really, really. But I'm really impressed with um Ange Postecoglou, man. I'm really,
Oh,
really
okay.
impressed
Okay.
with him, his demeanor, his attitude. Because no disrespect to Ange, but nobody knew who he was. We just, we knew him through the media because, like he was one of those names that was coming up as one of the rising stars in the coaching in coaching for football. But no disrespect to the league that he's playing with, but if you're looking at in Europe, like they're like eighth or ninth or 10th place in the totem pole of top leagues in Europe. Like, the Scottish league is not very good,
Yeah.
with all due respect. So I didn't really know anything about him, but like his demeanor, man, like he's such a nice guy, but he's a nice guy in a way that he's not a pushover. He's not Solskjaer. Like listening to him speak in the media and seeing the second half that Tottenham played versus Manchester City, it was just so impressive, man. Like, the players said that he was extremely upset at halftime,
Yeah.
gave them a very good
Is that
talking
play?
to.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and he came out and said like, "Hey, I don't want this to be misconstrued like I was angry at them and cursing them out, but I was just angry because they weren't really playing with the confidence that I expect of them." And he's like, "Yo, I will take responsibility for whatever the result is. Just be a little bit more confident and play." And the way that these guys were beating the press, and like it was just so impressive to watch, man. Even though Yves Bissouma made a terrible mistake trying to nutmeg Rodri in a position that he should never try to be nutmegging Rodri, which led to them conceding the third goal. But it was just them playing with
Yeah.
confidence, playing on the ball, like inviting the pressure and not being scared, man, not being afraid. And I was so jealous watching Tottenham play because
You said that.
let's uh let's jump to the negative, man. The negative is Eric Ten Hag and this whack ass Manchester United team. Like this team is so incredibly embarrassing. Um, it was an embarrassing performance at the weekend. Um, it was a 1-0 victory by Newcastle that doesn't really reflect the game. The game should have been at least minimum 3-4-0. But these guys are missing so many players, and Miguel Almiron is not the smartest finisher. But they ended up getting the one goal that they actually deserved and needed to win. And we get Eric Ten Hag that continuously, week after week, comes to the media and just lies, saying that they played well in the second half. It's like, dude, what are you talking about, man? It's like, and that's one of the negatives. It's just like, yeah, like that's where I'm at with this team, man. It's just really depressing. But yeah, that's the main negative of the weekend for me. But I was really impressed with Ange Postecoglou. Like the game that I watched versus Manchester City really kind of like took away like the pain that I had to suffer watching Newcastle versus Manchester United.
And for context, Mike was referring to Celtic, the team that Ange was coaching before he Angelos, if I may say his full name, before he coached Tottenham. That's great. I'm pretty sure I 100% knew that you were gonna say your your negative part would be Manchester United because, like you said, they only play 4 minutes of ball or even less. Uh, I would say my positive is Brahim Diaz, man. Like
Mm,
I've been, you know,
mm.
I've been asking for him for a long period of a
You
time,
have, you have.
and I know like what he can bring to the team, and he's showcasing his talent, and I'm happy for him. And one thing I also like about him is that when he came to the team, and I saw like the position he can play in, and who's gonna play that position, and also the other positions that he can play as a secondary, everything was occupied. Kind of like I was kind of like nervous for him. I'm like, damn, he's gonna need a lot of patience because he's not gonna be able to play for the first maybe 8 games. And how you gonna stay ready when they call your name for injuries or anything like that? And he's been showcasing his talent, so that's my positive aspect. And I think he still has more to showcase.
Mhm.
Negative part, Mike. Oh my God, you don't want beef with your NBA young boy. This is the fastest rapper that can answer a beef. I don't know if you saw like what happened with um Joe Budden saying that he's trash.
Yeah,
He's trash.
I was just
Like,
listening to the podcast yesterday,
bro,
actually.
bro answered like the next day or like the later in the afternoon.
Wow,
Like
wow.
NBA YoungBoy is the fastest rapper to answer when you call his name. You don't want to beef
Wow.
with it.
All right, I gotta go listen to that because Joe really said like, "Yo, that boy is trash." I was like,
I understand what Joe's position is that you feel like his music, song by song is like you can't really understand him anymore. It feels like his music. Like I'm not a big NBA YoungBoy fan, but I always said that he's one of those rapper is a little bit antisocial,
Mhm.
but he's putting stream work. Like like he has the young generation on lock. Like they
Right.
like him in rap, like NBA players,
I think he
younger
makes a
players. Like
I think he makes a lot of his money from his YouTube channel as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I know he used to do a radio thing, but they said that it was PR work, so he can have a better like image. He
Hmm.
used to be talking to his fan. He did a good job, even though he's a nonchalant guy. But his I feel like his music before was better than now. Like I feel like now he's just I don't know. He's very hard to understand. I wouldn't go as much as saying that his music suck because he has a lot of fan base, but I do understand Joe Budden. His latest music has not been good, but you didn't hear it from me. It wasn't me who said that. I don't want any response in the next 2 hours. It's my evil twin, Richard.
Yeah, yeah, you don't want no problems.
I don't want no problem with this guy. You saw what this guy did to what's his name? The guy that's suspended for Memphis, John Morant. John Morant likes NBA young boy.
I bet he does.
I feel like people who listen to NBA young boy are very like hothead. But let's go. Anything you want to add
No,
before we
man,
get started?
that's it.
All right. Let's start straight to the first topic where we're gonna name teams and ranking, and then we're gonna just say one word of the description of what we believe in
And
that team.
disclaimer, there might be some words that repeat themselves because, that's just what it is.
Yeah,
There's
and
only so
if it's
there's
very funny, I'm gonna ask you why you named it that.
nah, there's really nothing funny in mine, honestly. Like it's really expected or not.
Okay.
Outside from the Bulls, that's just depressing.
Okay. Now I
Spoiler.
already know like your word for Bills is gonna be depressing. I didn't name anything, but for for the big 7-0, I'm gonna try to do it mine. Like it's gonna be rough, but I'm gonna add on to
Okay.
it.
Okay.
So let's go for the first one. And East Celtics.
Expected.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
No
expected.
way.
Yeah.
All right. I was gonna
Okay.
say that too.
Yeah. No,
It's
okay. See?
crazy because it was gonna be either expected or duh. Like, yo,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's expected. Like this is what I expect from a team for the Celtics. Like this is where you should be. You should be number one in the East, and yeah, there's really nothing surprising about this team, in my opinion, other than the fact that maybe Porzingis probably is playing better than we expected, but
yeah.
he's injured now, right?
I feel like Porzingis has grown a little bit. He's older.
Mhm.
He made a lot of mistakes in the past when he was in the New York, Dallas, but now he understands his role and he's playing it with Tatum and Brown, so it's easier for him. Like he could be free a little
Right,
bit.
right,
Yeah.
right. Hmm.
He's injured, but the latest report said that he's not gonna be playing tonight. We're gonna discuss the matchup for tonight for the in-season tournament. He's not gonna play it tonight, but for according to Woj, he could be back later this week or next week. So that's not too bad of an injury if he's back that early. Um, my one was either expected or like, like when Ice Spice says
Mm-hmm.
like come on, like
Like,
yeah, like come on,
like.
like come on, like it's expected. The Magic.
My word for the Magic was surprising.
Okay, I like that.
Surprising. This isn't a team that I can't remember who said that they would be good. And I know if it wasn't our group chat, I know that person was laughed at because
Of course, yeah, of course. Who
there
wouldn't
was
laugh about
like
that?
like I didn't expect it. But I don't even remember who's coaching them, to be honest. And like, they're playing well above expectations, and in my opinion, the Wagner twins, the Wagner Bros, they're doing well down there. They found
You
a
know, the
really good
Wagner
rotation.
Bros are always giving us issues when we play against them. I know these guys.
Yeah, and then Paolo Banchero. So it's like a really well coached team, in my opinion,
Jamal
and
Mosley.
that's who's coaching them.
Yes, sir.
No idea who that guy is, but shout outs to you, brother.
Shout out to you, brother.
You're
He's
doing a
actually no brother,
fantastic
if I'm
job.
not mistaken. Yeah. My word was magical.
Oh, nice. Good
Yeah.
pun. Good pun.
Not too
I see
bad.
you. I see you.
uh,
See what you did there.
the Milwaukee Bucks.
Underwhelming.
Okay.
Underwhelming. Like just like as the Boston Celtics, like where we're like, all right, duh, like you're number one seed.
Hmm.
I wanted to be like that. That should have been my reaction for the Milwaukee Bucks, but like, look, this team is not playing well, by any stretch of the imagination. They're only beating teams because of the fact that they have Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard. But somebody would say like, well, Mike, you know, that should be the reality. They should be beating teams because they have Giannis and Damian Lillard. It's like, yeah, but these guys should be sitting out some fourth quarters, in my opinion. They shouldn't really be in games like so tight or having to
Against the Wizards.
making 20-point comebacks or
Yeah.
whatever it is. It's like, no, like this team isn't playing well. Doesn't matter if Chris Middleton is being limited or not. Like you have Giannis, you have Dame, like you still have Brooke Lopez, you have a rotation that Malik Beasley, um, you have some players on that team, like that Bobby Portis, etc. Like you
Hmm.
have some players
Yeah,
on that
man.
team that should be able to get the job done. But this team is
Yes,
not
sir.
playing. This team is not
Yeah.
playing well. I'm not. It's just like very underwhelming in my opinion. And I'm a Giannis fan, so I'm gonna hold them to higher standards. And
Yeah.
yeah.
My word is buckle up.
Mm.
Like it's gonna
Mm.
be it's gonna be a tough ride.
Yep. Yep. I like it. I like it. I
uh
like it.
76ers.
I couldn't think of anything for this team.
Okay.
I couldn't think of a word for that team. Like they're like
No answer.
yeah, I'm just they're weird, man. I don't know
Yeah.
what to expect from that team. Like they're just a little odd to me. Like, shout outs to Maxi who's having a breakout
Mhm.
season, and they got away from a toxic relationship, so hopefully that works out for them in the long run, but I just don't really know what to expect from that team. What
If
do
I
you think?
would, let me see if I can get something on top of my head.
Mm.
Um, I guess mindset
Hmm.
because from what I understood that from what Embiid said when I was discussing with Fabrice in the chat room when I think you were also talking about that when he said that this team is more of it's less, what did he say? It was like when I said that it was not a dig to James Harden. I remember when that was that and I said that's definitely not a dig to him.
Mm-hmm.
He said this team is more like together now or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I would say mindset because this team, when they lost Harden, we looked at the squad. We're like, we're not sure what they're capable of now. But this is a third seed team. They're currently sitting at fourth. I expect the Magic to fall off a little bit, where it's gonna have a normal ranking of Celtics, Bucks, and 76ers. So mindset. They're focusing. Maxi is balling out. Embiid is doing his job. He's probably second right now in MVP list or third. Mindset. They're just keeping it up together. People are saying that they're not gonna do anything. They're like, okay, let's just do what we have to do, and then when we get to the playoff, we'll see.
All right.
The New York Knicks.
Gritty. That's
Greedy.
yeah.
Explain me that. Explain.
I mean, it's a team that's always gonna be like, they're gonna be in a dogfight, man. Like this is a team that there's gonna be a lot of ups and downs. And one thing I think I failed to realize is that like sports isn't always an upwards trajectory, like which makes me go back to what Pep said this weekend. Like there's a quote that came out from Pep Guardiola, for coach from Manchester City. He said that, like, hey, look, it's not normal. Like, even though he's like really making an
Yeah,
excuse,
I see what you're
he's
saying.
he's really making an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's not normal for us to win 5 leagues in 6 years, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, yeah, you guys are here, like, when we're up, but when we're like in periods of struggles, like talking to the fans, it's like you have to be there as well. You have to be there in the periods of struggles for like when times get tough for the team as well. Like you can't always be there for the good times, and when the bad times arrive, like you're nowhere to be found. And yeah, I fail to realize that sometimes. Like it's not always an upward trajectory. There's always going to be some rough patches, and it takes incredible mentality to actually get through those rough patches. Like, so when a team like New York, like that's a franchise that's heavily criticized, like outside, like, they're right up there with the Lakers and the Boston Celtics, with the franchise that gets scrutinized and criticized. Fans will curse out their players all the time. Like this
Every
is what
night.
the franchise is. Yeah, I mean, we went to the Garden. We know what these guys
Mm-hmm.
hear. So it takes an incredible mentality to actually get through those things, and I gotta respect that. So that's why I'm saying, like, they're gritty. There's some fight in them. There's some dog in them.
Mm-hmm.
I like that team.
I like that word. I would say mysterious.
Mm.
The Knicks are a different team. They don't have a backup four, so usually when Julius Randle goes to the bench, it's a Josh Hart who's a four. So when we go small, it could either work or it could either be tough because sometimes he cannot guard some four. Um, why I say mysterious is that the Knicks are a team that right now they're sitting fifth. They have a record of 12-7. We haven't beat enough big teams, but the mysterious is because I do see some positivity and some negativity. The negativity, too many one-on-one. Sometimes too many. It's very stagnant. Like it's a lot of one-on-one. Like Brunson takes his turn,
Mm-hmm.
Randall takes his turn, R.J. Barrett takes his turn, and then you have all the other guys are just sitting or just standing there. Like Grimes is standing there,
Mm-hmm.
and then quickly is gonna take his one-on-one. So it's like, okay, you're not gonna win like that because it's easy for a defense to guard this tactics. I want to see more cuts. I want to see more movements, and I want to see Rendo sometimes releasing the ball a little bit quicker, because when he receives the ball close to the paint, they know how aggressive and physical he is. And if you leave him one on one with any defender, he's most likely gonna bully them because of his size. So if you get a double team, Rendo, like just release it quicker. You have a couple guys like Dante that hit 7 3 pointers the other day, and quickly can score the three. Quentin Grimes is he's in the slump right now, but he can score the basket. Like the team could be better if they do those things a little better. Like man, what's Tim said it like sometimes like release the ball a little bit quicker. That's what I'm saying mysterious because I see some positivity, but they don't do it every night.
Okay.
So it's like we're gonna see tomorrow in the in-season tournament against the Bucks to see if they have learned anything.
Okay.
Um, the Pacers.
Uh, Promising.
Okay, I like that.
Promising. There's they have a very talented coach, and Rick Carlisle, who it seems like, he's adapting to the new era that we're in better than what a coach like Greg Popovich is probably doing, and the way he's actually letting his players just play. And because we know like Rick Carlisle like is notorious, especially like when it comes to like his point guards, like he over drills them. Like I think I don't remember if it was not JJ Barea, but I think maybe Rodrigue Beaubois, if I'm not mistaken, said that like, and even Rajon Rondo says like, yo, this dude he's like he basically talks too much, and to see like Tyrese Halliburton, basically do whatever he wants on the basketball court. With the Indiana Pacers, it's it's exciting times for Indiana. Hopefully, they're able to keep that core together, and they'll be able to push for a playoff spot and bring some success back to Indy.
I don't know if that's gonna make any sense, but my word is it's not an actual word, but I call the Indiana Pacers Knicks tape.
Why you say that?
They're literally the Knicks from last season. Like they're gonna be that team that we weren't sure about, but they're gonna reach the fifth or fourth seed and possibly can reach the second round of the playoffs if they keep it up.
Okay, okay.
The Miami Heat, and you like I said, if you're not sure about them, you can say no answer.
The Miami Heat to me are disappointing. I expected
Yeah,
much more from them. I think they should be like a top three, top four seed. Granted, it's still December, so it's very early. We're only 25 games into the season, basically. So we're only a quarter of the way through. So it's really early, but so far, I would say they're pretty disappointing, in my opinion. Injuries or not, I expect better from this team. Doesn't matter who's actually putting on their jersey. If doesn't matter if Jimmy Butler's here, doesn't matter if Tyler Hero's here or not. I just expect better. Especially like I just think the Eastern Conference is a little bit weaker. Um,
yeah, they
like
should be.
you got teams like Detroit, Washington, um, Charlotte. Like no disrespect to Charlotte, even though they got players, they're on a little bit of a turnaround right now, like on the uptick. But
Lamelo is hurt, so
you're playing these teams four times in your conference. That's 12 dubs. That's 12 dubs, bro. Like like there's
12
no
burgers right there,
yeah, that's there's no excuse.
extra cheese.
Yeah.
I would say uncultured
mm,
because the Heat all the culture. Like when we talk about the team that has culture in NBA, that we always say the Heat.
hmm
But it's uncultured because I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because the Heat should have been the team playing tonight. I mean tomorrow night against the Bucks in the in-season tournament, not the Knicks. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you can't be leading 20 points against a New York Knicks team that likes to play catch up, and you let them actually come back and win the game.
Crazy.
That was crazy. So I think that they should showcase a little bit more culture, more will, and also like if the rumor is actually true, if you really didn't force the Lillard trade because you feel like he couldn't play defense, that you would rather have Drew Holiday, then you have to showcase that you can actually win without these guys.
For sure.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Soft.
Yo,
Soft like Charmin. I hate that. I hate that team,
what
Richie.
would you do?
I for a Klondike bar. I hate that team, Rich. I don't like. I'm off the Donovan Mitchell
Donovan
bandwagon.
Mitchell is not gonna. He's not
Uh,
gonna extend. I think he's gonna leave.
Darius Garland, like I I I love watching. Like I love pop like opening X and seeing some people dog pile on him when he's not playing well. Now it's like, yo, this team is just like, all right. I guess they this team has peaked already, in my opinion. Like they peaked. Like
Okay.
this is a fourth team, like a fourth seeded team. I think they've peaked. The talent that they have is like whatever. Like you got Mobley, you got Jared Allen. All right, it's like I don't know what else to expect from these guys if they don't add any muscle to
Yeah.
their frame.
Yeah.
But that team is soft, man.
Okay.
That team's
I, I
soft.
I'll double that. I'm gonna put extra. I'm gonna put extra $20. I'll go with soft as well. We double with that. You know how I feel about that team after the playoffs. I'm like, come on, guys. Even like I was watching the game at the early in the season.
Mhm.
Mobley comes back and still is afraid of Mitch Roberts.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, it's a wrap.
It's over.
The Brooklyn Nets.
This is one of those teams that don't really have a huge
Yeah,
sample
I'll say
size
no
on.
answer.
The same thing. I know they have some ebbs and flows.
I think the
Coach,
Knicks should just ask for the price of McCall Bridges. We need a wing player, man. You need to stop wasting your time in the Brooklyn Nets.
yeah. And Ben Simmons out indefinitely.
Okay,
Dude took an epidural the other day. Every
that's
time
so funny. Epidural.
every time I hear epidural
Is he pregnant?
for a guy, bro, I'm just like, come on,
You know
bro.
how much I've heard about that word in the past months,
I bet.
even at the hospital. So yeah.
Oh man, it's like,
What
come on,
happened
man.
what happened to Cam? He gone cold or is he injured?
I'm not sure. That's one of those things 'cause I don't
I
really
haven't heard
follow him
about
as
him in a
much.
long time.
Yeah.
In my burner account, I tweeted that Cam and let me go check my tweet again. It was a funny tweet. Um, hold on.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh man,
Cam Johnson is your favorite player's favorite player, just like Jordan Poole.
no, not it's Jordan Poole. I actually the tweet said, yeah, I can't really say because they might find my burner account, but it,
Oh
it
yeah, okay.
involved Cam Johnson and Poole.
Uh-huh.
I said that they have like one of the ugliest swagger in the NBA.
Why you say that?
Those are
About
guys that can give you 40 with one of the ugliest shot you can ever see.
I see, I see.
Jordan Poole can give you 40 points, but have like let's say it was like 15 ugly shots. Cam Johnson as well. You saw that picture where Cam Johnson was knocking a shot in the sides. It's like, bro, like what the hell? How did this shit get in? But anyway, pause. But like, yeah. But yeah, me into a no answer. The Hawks.
Uh,
You know what I'm gonna say for me.
okay, go first. Let me hear what you got to say.
F Trayon. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I like Trayon. I like Trayon. The Hawks to me, I would say, rebuild. They need to
Okay.
rebuild. Like it's a team that needs a total rebuild. They need to know what they're gonna do with DeAndre Hunter. Who you gonna is Trae Young and Murray working as we expected? How yeah, and yeah. So I'll say rebuild.
Okay.
This team did a great job. The season when they went to the conference finals, but they need to retool. So I would say rebuild. But I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, just every time, like, I remember that they went to the conference finals, and then
You're like
Trey Young posted that picture saying like we will be back. And we
they
and,
never came back.
and everyone, every single person is like, no, you won't, bro.
Have you seen the what's the episode? What's the show about the boys? The one with the kids?
Oh, Gen V.
You remember like that girl that can touch you and you forget and then
Yeah.
touch your little brother and he never came back. That's them. That's them.
This team, man. I don't know. I don't know what word I could use to describe this team. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this squad,
Pigeon.
man.
Pigeons, not hawks. Ain't no hawks. You guys are pigeons. Um,
Shout outs to Trey Young for turning his season around, though. At least,
yeah, he's doing well
yeah.
individually.
Yeah.
The Raptors.
Um.
I want to say size.
Why do you want to say size?
I remember when I said earlier the season, I'd be like, we gotta watch out for the Raptors, but they became a little bit disappointed. But
Right.
I see a lot of guys that have size, but that can do so many things. They can defend, they can stretch the floor. They have skills. Like you're looking at Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is playing a very great beginning of the season. his mid range is very better. His defense is better. His confidence is better. You're looking at a guy like Siakam. Siakam has always been a good player to me. A guy like Boucher can 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 stretch the floor and can defend sometimes.
Mhm.
And you're looking at the guy that just added to the team, Dick. Um, he
I love Dick from Kansas.
like nah, like he was what's his
That
name again? Fat
man,
Joe was bugging, bro.
y'all could clip it.
Flip it like yeah. But I see a lot of guy with size that can do so many things. So I know like
Hey,
maybe the
hey,
next.
yo, Rich. We
Okay,
can't
my
talk.
bad,
We
my bad.
can't talk about size right after we talked about
Right, Dick.
Mr. Dick Grayson.
Oh man, but in
uh,
the next two seasons, maybe they could be better.
yeah, for sure.
What do you say?
I would agree. I would agree. They said that there was a lot of internal things going on. Like maybe, a lot of teammates didn't really like the way Pascal Siakam was playing selfishly. So maybe it's something that they really should, like, Masai really should look at and, like,
Trade him?
yeah, break up the team because, like, you have a lot of talented players on that squad. So you
Yeah.
could probably get a lot of return and stack up your draft picks just like you did with Denver. And Denver keeps drafting really, really
Mm-hmm.
well. So you could probably still do the same in Toronto.
Okay.
So trade them to a contender, get some of your picks. Like, I don't think it will hurt you anyway because you're 9-11 right now. You're not really a team that's really looking at playoff picture per se. Like,
Yeah.
you could make the play in, but that
They're gonna make the plan.
yeah, that's about it. So if you want to contend in making the plan and try to have a shot at the playoffs, which is what it is,
Mm-hmm.
then you hedge your bets and keep the team intact together. But I think it's a situation that, like, you shouldn't be afraid to pull the trigger and just trade Siakam at this point, and see what you could get in return.
The Hornets. I no answer. I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, same. Me neither. Like, it's not a team that I'm really excited
I haven't
for.
watched them too much. I saw them twice this season against the Knicks. I saw a lot of great thing about LaMelo Ball. Like he could
Mhm.
really take over some games, but not Bridges. Bridges came back. Um, I don't know how long he's gonna be for that in that team, but I have not much to say. Brandon Miller's he's a good 3 pointer. He's they don't talk to him a lot about as a rookie, but he's doing well. I have him on my fantasy team as well. He's doing very good. Terry Rozier, he came back from a groin energy, groin injury. He's doing very good this season as well. But overall, I have nothing to say about them. I don't know, like if yeah,
No, same.
the Chicago Bulls,
Depressing. Move on.
depressing. I would say for me, I
Move
would
on.
say
Just
trade
depressing,
block.
depressing, dysfunctional, disappointing. All the D's
Great W
plus.
the other day though. I forgot who they were playing, but like the Rosen took over the last minutes.
Yeah.
The Wizards.
Uh, Hilarious. That is the funniest team to watch in the NBA.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you cannot not love to watch the Washington Wizards play.
Wizards.
Like, it's either they're gonna be in games and they're gonna be exciting, and
Exactly.
you're gonna watch Jordan Poole and Kuzma doing something stupid, or they're just gonna be absolutely blown out and extremely poor, and you're still gonna have fun because these guys are just doing stupid things on the court, man. I just love them. You just gotta
I
love
I'll say no answer for me.
them.
The Detroit Pistons, the last one.
No answer.
I'll say
Like,
questionable because I feel
uh,
like they have great tools and talent for the future, like Kate Cunningham, Duran, um, Ivy, um, and the only question mark I had, that's why I said questionable, is like, what are they gonna do with Ivy? He was a starter last season. Now he's on the bench. Is that gonna take a hit on his mental and stuff like that? So very questionable team. So we don't know. It's either they grow like the Orlando Magic, and at some point they just come out like the OKC, or they start trading some of them.
mm.
All right, let's go to the West, Mike. Minnesota. I would
My
say
word for
surprising.
Minnesota for me was impressive.
Okay.
Because I expected something out of them. I didn't expect them to be the number one seed.
Yeah.
but that's impressive. I'm just, because I think, like, just watching the Olympics, well, not the Olympics, the FIBA World
World
Championship,
Cup.
the FIBA World Cup, we just knew it was like, okay, um,
Anthony Edwards.
he's that dude. He's
Yeah,
he's he's him. So,
he's ready. It's
he's
my team now. Ain't no
yeah,
Cat's team.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So he's
Cat is
him.
actually playing well too.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
even the what's
Gobert,
his
Gobert, yeah.
Gobert is playing very defensively
Yeah,
well.
that's this team is impressive. So,
Yeah,
shout outs to Coach Finch, and yeah,
keep it up.
hopefully they keep it going, and they're actually able to actually win a playoff series.
OKC.
Exciting. This team is exciting. A lot of young talent. Hopefully they don't blow it up like they did the young core of KD, Russ, and Harden
Yeah,
and Ibaka, but
I
this
don't think
team,
it's gonna happen. They're less of a talent than these guys. Like,
they're less of a talent, but
but you can
the,
see the
with the
ceilings for some of them.
for sure, Ben, the amount of money that they give, like, I mean, Tyrese Halliburton played one good season of basketball and made the All-Star, and then he got a max contract out of it.
True, true. It is
So,
a new era.
so that's like, so if the Chet Holmgrens and, Josh Giddies of the world, like, they're able to keep that trajectory where they're able to, like, they're commanding on the market $30 million deals, $35 million deals, like, per season. um it's a little tough to keep that team together in the market that they're in. So, hopefully they're able to actually ride out a few years together and see what this
Yeah.
team can actually accomplish.
I want to name them the Spy Kids. I don't know if you ever seen that movie
Of
in the
course.
past.
Of
The
course.
kids has arrived, Mike. They're ready for their missions.
That's a good one. I like that. I like that.
The Denver Nuggets.
Expected. This
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
yeah,
A team who they missed a couple games because they lost a couple games because Murray was hurt.
yep,
Some games that Jokic was not here, and then like sometimes there's like some games that they're gonna lose. But I expect them to finish first at some
100%.
point. But
Uh,
I what 14-7. That's decent.
Agreed.
Fourth seed, the Kings.
Surprising.
Okay. So you didn't
Surprising.
expect them to take the leap.
No, because I mean, we discussed it very early on, not on the podcast, but we had a
Oh,
talk
you
about,
did say the
yeah,
Portland. Yeah.
yeah, we had a talk, and we spoke about how I think that the Portland Trailblazers had a better roster than the Sacramento Kings, and I was 100% wrong,
Wrong. Yeah.
because all the guys on the Portland Trailblazers are frauds, including number 2 overall pick, what's his
Scoot
name again?
Anderson,
Scoot Henderson.
Agent
What,
Zero.
like Scat Anderson? That's what his name is, because he plays like crap.
Yo, that's funny. I like that one. The Phoenix Suns.
Confusing.
Confusing?
Yeah, that team is just
I'm putting 20 on that.
Yeah, that seems just confusing,
Every time I
man.
say I put in 20 on that, the audience, I want to make sure you understand that I'm using the same word. So I'm buying his words. So they are a very confusing team. One day Booker plays by himself. One day KD plays by himself. One day they play together. A couple of days, Bradley Beal make a wild appearance, and you never seen him anymore. I just don't understand. Can you win like this?
No, you can't.
I hate teams like this. To be
I,
honest, I'm a huge, how I'm a huge KD fan, but I just don't like teams that are assembled like that. One day this guy play, one day this guy play. I know like it's injuries and stuff like that, but I just don't. I like teams with consistency. I want to see this team play together for a good 10, 10 games straight to understand their chemistry.
Mhm.
They're very confused. I don't think they're gonna make it to the past the second. They're gonna make a second round. They're gonna get knocked down the second round again.
100%, and
But
that was
to
the
be
main.
honest, they do have a firepower, so we never know. Like you saw what Devin Booker did to the Knicks the other day. Two guys jumped with them, and he still hit the buzzer beater.
For sure. But that was one of the things that was the issue with when they were in Brooklyn. It's like they put that cast together and they played what, 13 games
Yeah,
together.
it's like, bro, like,
They
come
played
on, man.
13 games over 2.5 seasons or something like that together. It's like, oh, come on.
I don't think they really needed Bradley Beal. But
Yeah.
anyways, the Dallas Mavericks.
Intriguing.
Oh,
Intriguing. Like I'm really curious about this team and seeing what the potential is. I think they're still lacking a wing, but I still like the way that um
they're both.
kid is operating
Mhm.
and actually coaching this team.
Okay.
They drafted really well.
Mm-hmm.
They got a good player from the Boston Celtics in
Grant
Williams.
Williams. Hmm.
So I like this team, man, and I'm expecting Luka to be in the MVP conversation throughout the whole year, and he was my pick to win MVP this year.
I
So
like that pick,
I'm
but I don't
expecting
think he's
him.
gonna win it. But I like that
Yeah,
pick.
I don't know, but I'm still wave my flag for him.
The
Pause. Don't know if that needed a pause or not.
maybe Slay you. I'm not gonna say the rest. I don't know if you've seen that video. But yeah,
Nah, I didn't see that. I don't
I'll
think I
send it
know
to
that.
you.
Okay.
Yeah. The Lakers. The Lakers.
The Lakers was like, I don't have really my word was meh, but my reaction was just like a shrug of the shoulders for that team, man. It's just like, all right, man. It's like the same conversation with these guys like pretty much every single year, dude.
I wanna say my word is inconsistent. Maybe it matches what, yeah,
Yes,
because like
yes, yes, yes,
one
yes.
day they play and then there was a game they were playing where they completed a comeback and beat the Clippers, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this team, when everyone is healthy, they could be a problem. But then again, is they're very inconsistent. There's a game, there's like the OKC game, like they just got blown out. So you're like, okay, can you actually win if that happens often? Like you win one, you lose one, you win one, lose one. So I'll say inconsistent, but I don't know if you wanted to add something.
No, I think that word fits perfectly for them.
Pelicans.
No real sample size. I think
Fair.
I think inconsistent would be a good word to put with them too, because
I
of
would say no
players like
answer, but I want some one thing is that wow, like Zion Williamson sometimes off the bounce is very difficult to guard.
Mhm.
It feels like his feet move so fast due to his with his size. It's like it's very sometimes unguardable. But I don't have a huge sample size as well, so I would say no answer. I don't know if like I don't know what to say about them. The Clippers.
Um, I had a word for these guys, but I don't think I wrote it down. But uh, dysfunctional is what I would say. Dysfunctional. I think that would be my word for the Clippers. They just did not need James Harden, man.
Yeah,
They just
I mean
didn't need
you
him.
did pick them to most likely to have a better season than the
Yeah.
Bucks. So
I did
yeah,
because as you could see, they went on to let us once they made the decision. Once Russell Westbrook made the decision to actually tell the coach like, "Hey, you can bring me off the bench," Ty Lue, which I thought would actually make the decision himself, but he wasn't. The guy that I had the confidence in because like it was just not consistent enough. Like
yeah.
if Westbrook didn't make that call, like how long were you going to let this happen? Like that was the thing. Like we all knew that 5-man lineup was never going to work, not in a million years. And then Westbrook is coming off the bench now. They went on a what, like a 6-game winning streak or something like that. Got back into the conversation of like playoff contention and championship contention. They're what 9-11 now. So they're kind of building, but at the same time, the team is still not playing well with Paul George and Kawhi both being inconsistent now since James Harden has come in. So yeah, I would say dysfunctional would be my word for it because I think this team is primed for another move come trade deadline because I just don't think it's gonna stick, man. I just don't think so.
I'm gonna just name it as it is. Christmas. Their team is a seasonal team. So that's it. Christmas. Merry Christmas, Clippers. The Rockets.
No real sample size, but I think they're promising as well under Coach
Promising.
Ime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
put
they're
20 on that.
promising.
I know you're gonna like that next one. The Golden State Warriors. Trash?
uh Dude, that's what the word I was thinking of for them. Like I'm gonna say old. This team is old, bro.
Okay.
Kerr is old. Draymond's old. Klay Thompson is old. Steph is getting old. It's like, bro, get some youth, man. Get some other guys like not named Jordan Poole, of course, because Jordan Poole's a nuthead. But he's not playing there. But it's like, dude, like we got to figure something else out, man. Like Draymond is fighting everybody on the court now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the way that he plays defense. And you got to get Steph Curry some help, bro. Like he can't last that long. Like, so this team is old.
No answer. But I would just say trash, trash. The Utah Jazz, no answer.
Yeah, same.
I've not watched one game about them.
We're moving right along.
Trailblazers,
Frauds. All frauds. All of these guys on that team, not named Anthony Simons,
frauds,
all of them are stealing money. That's
scammers.
all of them are stealing money.
Okay.
Like Scat Henderson looks like the second coming of Anthony Bennett, bro. Like this kid is this kid is trash. This kid is so bad. You remember Michael Carter Williams?
Oh yeah, I remember him.
I think
What is
Michael
he? He used to play for the Bulls as well.
I don't know. He's probably in Europe or something like that, man. I think Michael Carter Williams was a better player than what Scoot Henderson is right now. Like, and that's not a comparison
That's
I
not
think
a
any NBA player would want to have.
the Memphis Grizzlies.
I
I would say
mean,
sadness.
I expected that from them, Richie. I don't know.
Some summertime sadness. No, I didn't expect that because I think like the suspension, the injury from Marcus Smart, and also losing Adams as took a very pound on them.
Yeah,
But
but my thing is like a guy like what's his name, JJJ. Like I'm just, dude. Like, is this who you are at this point? Like you're on a max contract. You need to be playing better. Like you won Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know how, but it's just like you need to be playing. You need to show something, man. Like this is not. This is unacceptable. Like you cannot be making max dollars
and
and
then you're
playing.
not able to
You're not playing.
to your
You're
best
not.
ability.
Yeah, you're not able to contribute anything to your team. Not defense. Not scoring. Not leadership. Like, what are you doing, man? So, yeah.
Last one. Spurs. Youngings.
Yes, and I would say disappointing as well.
You expected more.
Yes, I do. I expected more, especially with Pop. I think they started off with a little bit of pep in their step,
Mhm.
but I
As it's
don't.
settling down a little bit,
Yeah,
it's getting very difficult for them
yeah.
to win a ball game.
I think as like because that happens. Like there's some teams like I mean
And
you
like
see
Detroit, who lost
yeah.
all November.
I mean, like you said, it you're expecting Orlando to kind of taper off a little bit
Yeah.
as well. Like, as teams, like, people get their conditioning and teams like get the chemistry under them and figure out like what their coaches want, their system, their plays, and they get that rhythm going, they start playing better and, they're playing teams that are actually 100% good and ready to go. It's more difficult now to win games. But I don't know, like the experiment of playing Jeremy Sochan as point guard with Pep.
Hasn't worked.
Yeah, I'm saying with Pep, with Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird to me, but it seems like the ball is going away from Wemby a little bit more than it was early on throughout the season. So I don't know. I don't know what he's really trying to do, but the man has won over 1,000 NBA games. He knows way more than I do. So we'll see what happens.
All right, that was the very last team. So let's head to the last segment. Fun game. Most likely, less likely, likely, or
Can I change mine though? Can for you, can I do agree, disagree, strongly disagree with you?
Oh yeah, actually that's
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
I think that's what we did last episode. Agree.
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
No, we're gonna yeah. Let's do that one.
Okay.
Agree. You said agree. What was the name it again?
Agree,
Yeah.
strongly disagree, disagree, strongly agree.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
do that. You want to start first?
Sure.
Okay.
Tyrese Halliburton is a legitimate MVP candidate.
What was the one after agree?
You could do agree, disagree, strongly disagree.
I'll say disagree.
Mm, my man.
In the future, but not the first season of his like. Yeah, I feel like he's just starting to show more personality, so it's not yet. He's gonna have some rough times, so I'll say it's disagree.
Okay. Uh, the only reason why I would say strongly disagree is it's literally 20 games into the season and his team still has a losing record.
Yeah,
Get out of here. Like uh should Eric Ten Hag keep his job at Manchester United?
agree.
Okay. All right. Not strongly agree. Okay. All right.
No, not strongly. I agree because, like I mentioned to you, like we need to clean the office first before we remove the coach. So another coach coming in is just gonna come to a mess. Like it needs to be more clean. So let him keep his job for now.
100%
Yeah,
agreed. Uh the Minnesota Timberwolves are the real deal.
disagree.
Why?
I think they had a leap. They're doing better because individually most of the players are doing better. But like I said, I was talking the other day. I expected them to be good. This first place is not gonna fool me a little bit because Pelicans was first last season during that time, and then they slowly went
True.
to their natural habitat. Even though
True.
Zion, I'll be honest, Zion Williamson was hurt, so it took a huge dig on them. But the Minnesota is gonna finish fifth. I know that already. It doesn't strike anything out of them. They might win the first round. Um, like I said, the first season, Anthony Edwards didn't make the playoffs. Since then, he's been making the playoffs. I expect him to have a great season. But I don't think they're gonna. What was the question again? That they're gonna finish first seed?
No, are they just the real deal? Like
The
in
real deal?
terms of like
Nah, I
player
would say
cuts?
disagree, but it's
Mm,
nothing negative about them.
Well said. Well said. My last one, I didn't have a fifth one. My last one is Klay Thompson will be a Golden State Warrior after the trade deadline.
Agree. This team
Mm.
can't separate with their players like Draymond Green, Clay. Well, Steph Curry is the real deal still, but Clay and Green, it seems like they're gonna be there forever until like they can't walk. So I agree.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. That was my list.
All right, so I'm gonna start with my Manchester United is gonna finish top four.
Strongly disagree.
Oh, okay.
There's just no
It's
way.
too much going on.
Yeah, there's just no way. Especially with the teams in front of us that are better.
Yeah,
There's just no way,
fair
dude. I don't
enough.
see it. Yeah, unless a
Gi-
miracle happens, and Jesus comes back.
Girona is gonna win La Liga.
Ooh.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Dynamite, dynamite.
Disagree.
Okay, fair enough.
Disagree. I just think that look, we had the 2016 Leicester run in England. Um, I just I don't think we've seen anything like that since probably Valencia.
With
In what
Canizares,
in
three.
2002,
Oh yeah,
2003.
yeah.
Yeah.
They had a little
Yeah,
bit more quality though.
yeah. And Yeah, exactly. So I just don't think that the team is probably deep
Able to keep
enough.
up.
Yeah, I don't think they're deep enough, and I don't think they have that type of experience when it comes like later throughout the season to withstand the pressure of holding a top spot against
Ar-
experienced teams like
Arsenal.
exactly against teams like Atletico Madrid, coached by Diego Simeone, for example. Even if Real Madrid and Barcelona will be struggling with injuries or whatnot, I just don't think they'll be able to sustain it.
Fair enough.
Mhm. But
The
it will make
Memphis,
for a good story though if they keep up
yeah,
until the end.
the Memphis Grizzlies is gonna finish fifth seed.
Strongly disagree. Their season is practically over. Like call it
Call
Rapskis,
it a
bro.
wrap.
Call
Like
it
thinking
Rapskis.
about next season.
It's
The New York Knicks are winning the in-season tournament.
ooh. Uh, okay, what's where are we at now? The
We're in
quarterfinals?
the quarterfinals. The Knicks are playing the Bucks. If they do win, they play against the Celtics slash the Indiana Pacers that are playing right now. And if they do go to the finals, they could play either with the Lakers, Suns, or Pelicans, or what am I missing?
Oh my
Pelicans
God.
and who am I
This is
missing? Pelicans and who?
I don't even know.
I'm gonna let you know right now.
This is tough.
Pelicans or the Kings?
This is tough. I'm gonna go with disagree.
Okay,
Just because of the fact that we have the Celtics and the Bucks
that's too much.
still. Even though like the Bucks are disappointing, but I just think that in single elimination, like the Knicks could do anything, honestly. But yeah, I just have to ride the better teams right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Last one, the
Mm.
very last one. Joao Felix will still be in jail next season.
uh
This
strongly
dude was
disagree.
having hell of a fun yesterday.
Strongly disagree.
I think they're gonna finally sell him.
Yeah, they will sell him, and
Hey,
he
hey,
did
I'm not
take.
talking about no loan deals. I'm talking about when I'm talking about like jail. Like if he's going out on loan, he's still in jail.
Nah, yeah, strongly disagree because
Okay.
he took a pay cut to actually join Barcelona
Barcelona, yeah.
on loan. So if he really wants to actually play football and hold on to his career, like he will like let Atletico Madrid sell him and take a pay cut
Okay.
for whatever other team that he's gonna go
That's the
to.
thing. Or Atletico Madrid willing to sell at the low on the low.
I mean, he's playing well right now, so
Eh,
I think he's still
he played a very good game yesterday, but I
yeah,
wouldn't say like well. Like he had a
yeah,
couple games where he was nowhere to be found.
you're true. I'm expecting him to be like in the because the thing is that if Mason Mount like let's say he goes to the Premier League for example, if they're looking at the team like all right, Mason Mount went for 60 million
Yeah.
pounds, I think they're gonna ask for like 70.
Yeah.
So so if a
You
team
should
is
probably
willing to
take a
pay,
look at it also, man. You
yeah,
should take a look at it.
they're stupid.
Actually, now you can't. Like
Yeah.
it's not a position you need right now, to be honest.
Hashtag
Actually,
broke
you can.
boys.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, sell Marcus Rashford and get Joao Felix and put him on that side.
Do you want to get another guy that might have a temper as well when it's not working well? I don't
Does it
know.
does he though?
I don't know. He's just that one. He's just one of those guys. Like when it's not working well, you could see like his like shoulders like very low
Hmm,
sometimes. But I don't know if I would go for this. I want you want more character, but
for sure.
let Barcelona deal with that. Um, that was fun actually.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's great. Episode 70. This was a good one. Um, Shout out to Rodrigo for his form. I think he has 6 goals in La Liga and 3 goals in Champions League.
Yep.
We needed the goals.
Pointed out
Uh,
too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 5 games in a row, baby.
yep.
Talk to me nice.
It's a very good follow up because last episode we were talking about his slump and it was like probably 2 3 weeks ago of the episode. So
Yep.
good comeback. This was episode 70 available on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and like I said, if you well, not like I hate when I say like I said. It's very aggressive. And if you need to interact with us, check out the Twitter handles in the description. And thank you for the support and appreciate it. Mike, any last words?
No, man. Big 70. That's
Actually, I'm gonna name it Big 70.
That's a long time. That's
Yeah.
that's a lot of episodes. That's really cool, man. It's really, really cool.
All right. See you guys next time. If we don't actually end up recording before the end of the Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas. Happy
You never
New
know.
Year,
Let's be on the safe side.
Yeah, for sure.
But we probably could squeeze something.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Peace.